Hello friends, today I came up with a new video of my series HTML and today's topic is what are HTML attributes. So what is HTML attributes? HTML attributes are additional information about HTML elements which is tag specified in the start tag usually come in name slash value pair like name equal to value which is when we define you can say some of HTML attributes are language. Language is an attribute which we use to define the language of the web page. We will use this language attribute in our HTML tag. href, which is also called hypertext reference or hyperlink reference. This attributes define the link for the anchor element. Anchor element means the element which we use to define a link for somewhere else or the same page. src src which is also known as source. This attribute defines the source location for the external file. It means when we want to target any external file from the web page, then we use source equal to the link of the external file. Width. This attribute defines the width of the HTML elements. Height. This attribute defines the height of the HTML elements. Alt. It is a special tag which is used in image element or in image tag which when defined will show if the image is not loaded on the web page. Until then, this alt text will be shown on the page. Style element. Style element is a special element which is used to define the inline styling or inline CSS for the web page design. Title element. Title element is used or provides the tooltip for the containing element. Here question arises, what is tooltip? Tooltip means when we hover the cursor over any element, if we define title on that element, then a text will be shown which we define inside that tooltip. Wait, I'll show you in the our editor. What are HTML headings? Headings are defined with h1 to h6. It means h1 is the element which is used to define single heading. Same h2 is also used like same, but h2 is slightly smaller than h1 and the h3 is slightly smaller than h1 and h2 and so on. It goes to the h6. H1 defines the most important heading while h6 defines the least important heading. So we use h1 to h6 in a hierarchy so that our web page look consistent. And note, there is a note, slightly note is necessary here. Browser automatically adds some margin before and after the heading. Before and after heading means when we define the heading, browser automatically renders some space above that text and below that text, which is also known as heading margin. Second note is search engine use the heading to index the structure and content of your web pages. Means search engines like Google, Bing, they uses the heading to index the structure and content of our web page. It means our it uses our headings to show the result on the Google search. What are the HTML paragraph and text formatting? The HTML P element defines a paragraph. We use P element to define a paragraph. Note, like heading, browser also renders some margin before and after the paragraph. Now without wasting time, let's dive to the coding. This is my bracket editor, and these are some codes which I have written for you for save your time, so that your time will be saved. Now, as I told you, and this is language attribute, and this is its value. This language attribute shows that the English will be the language for this HTML page. Now this is title attribute. Sorry, title tag. You know what is title tag? Whatever the text we write inside it, it will be shown on the tab of our browser. Now this is anchor tag, and this is href attribute, and hyperlink reference attribute, and this we we use this attribute to redirect to the another page or to another link. I put the link of Google inside it. You can see over here on my page the Google is displaying over here. So let's check. As I click Google, it will redirect to the Google. Now this is style attribute. As I told you, style attribute is used to write some inline CSS. This is my CSS code to make the font size bigger. This is my text inside the tag, which you can see over here. This is Google, as I wrote over here. This is Google, and I made its size to the 35 pixel. Now change it. You can see the changes over here. I made it to the 15 pixel. As I saved, let's see, it changed to the 15 pixel. Now let's say 55 pixel. As I saved, it changed to the 55 pixel. Now you can understand what is anchor and what is attribute, uh, what is href attribute and style. Now let's come to the image tag. This is source attribute. We wrote a src. This is the symbol. I inserted the link or the external ref source for the image file. The image you can see over here. This is the image whose external link is I kept over here. Now this is width. This is width attribute. I set it to the 400 and I set it height to the 100. You can see the width is 400 and height is 100. Now let's change and see the changes. Now set its height to the 400 and set its width to the 300. Now save. See, it changed to the width 300 and height 400. In that way you can use of width and height attribute. This is alt attribute. Whatever the text we wrote into it, but it will be displayed on the page whenever the image will be not shown due to some reasons. So let's type image and save. Our current image is displaying over here, but let's see what happens if we change the source reference of this. Now make the address incorrect. Let's see The image is what I wrote into the alt tag, which is displaying over here when our image is not displaying. So now make the changes to the correct address. Let's see if the original source is correct. The image will be shown, or whatever the source reference will be shown, and the alt attribute will not display. But if any issue, due to the any issue, image will not display, then alt, whatever the text inside alt will be displayed. This is our heading tags h1 to h6. Let's see, write some text into it and see what is the difference between h1, h2, h3, h4, h5 and h6, and copied and pasting over here. Now save. See, this is the difference. This is h1, h2, h3, h4, h5 and h6. This is the difference. You can see over here h1 is the least, h1 is the highest important, and the h6 is the least important, so that its size is decreasing respectively. Now let's comment the upper so that we can see the changes. Now this is commented. Now it is p tag, and whatever we type into the p tag, it will be shown as paragraph. Hello friends, this is text. Now save it. See, this is our text inside p tag. Now what is b? See, as I told you in my video, that b tag makes the text bolder. The font size of both the text is same, but whatever the text inside b tag is made bold. In the same way, strong will also do the same. But what is difference? I told you in my video. Please watch. This is I tag. It makes the text sorry italicized. Let's see. This is the text which is written inside the I tag. Let's see the difference. This text is slightly declined to the right, and other texts are different from this text. Now em tag, it will also do the same, but the difference is said in my video. Please watch. See, it is also doing the same. Mark tag. This is the mark tag. This tag will make the text marked so that we can easily identify from the bunch of text or bunch of paragraphs. This is del tag. Let's see what it do. See, this is del tag. It will make the text deleted. The text will be shown as deleted text. This is INS means insertion text tag. See, this is it will make the text underline as it will be shown as insertion text. Now put a break over here so that we can easily see. Now this is subscript. Hello. You cannot identify that it is subscript or the general text until if you put some text before or after it. Keep it inside the p tag so that we can identify it. Now see, told you. Now let's see now see the difference. This is hello, which we have written inside the sub tag, and this is the rest of the text which we kept inside p tag. You can see the difference. Hello, which is inside the sub tag is slightly lower than the general text. In the same way, let's copy and paste, save our time. Now save. Now see, you can see the difference. This is our super text, and this is our general text. You can see the total difference. Friends, thanks for watching. Please share, subscribe, and press the bell icon to get my videos as I upload. Thanks and have a great day.